Patch 1.93 brings us another entry in the Soviet APC infantry fighting vehicle type line, and that is the BMP-3, which is now equipped with a similar, but not exactly the same, 30mm autocannon like on the BMP-2, and a 100mm, it says cannon, but it's basically a gun launcher because it has 100mm high explosive shells, and it also launches a 100mm diameter casing anti-tank guided missile, which is pretty interesting. It's also got a coax machine gun right there, 7.62. Now, the interesting thing to me is right here, you can see it's also got two forward-firing, basically, assault machine guns. But like the T-54 1947, they're there, but they're not modeled in the game. They don't exist. And actually, if you look at the info card for the BMP-3, they're not even mentioned on there. So, kind of unfortunate. But I mean, they're not really particularly useful in this game. They might be useful for spotting an enemy that you were driving straight at with machine gun fire, but that's it. Maybe if you were hitting, an SPA or something, but anyway, it's just interesting that they're there, but they're not really there in the game. So for the X-ray, take a peek at that quick. You can see there's periscopes back here where the transported infantry would go. It is still an infantry transport, even though it doesn't obviously fill that role in game. All the HE ammo rounds are back here. And the funny thing I noticed, I did a quick test drive for this thing. There's the auto loader down there as well. So you've got 3 anti-tank guided missiles here and an extra 5 stored over here. But when you fire off the anti-tank guided missiles, at least in the test drive I did a couple days ago, these don't deplete. They go, all the ATGMs that you fire, they take away an HE round down here in the drum autoloader, so that was odd. Also, the 100mm gun, the HE rounds are extremely slow. There's 2 different versions of them. I'll show you those quick. Go to the modifications. There's 2 different versions of the HE round, the 3OF32 and the 3OF70. Honestly, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I can't see a reason why you would ever want to use the 3OF32. It's the same weight shell, basically. This one's 15.8 kilograms, this one's 15.6, and the newer one is 15.8, so it's slightly heavier. But it also travels quite a bit faster in its velocity. It has a much larger explosive charge, and it has a slightly better penetration for all distances, 36 to 31. And so I don't know. Other than that, all the rest of the characteristics are the same. So I'm going to be only carrying this one. And then as far as the 30mm rounds, you can get APT and HVAP just like the BMP-2. So you've got a different mix of 30mm HE and 30mm HE here. I'm going to bring the 50-50 mix because I'll primarily be using that weapon against ground vehicles, against aircraft and helicopters, of course, if I get the opportunity. But the thing with the ATGM is it's 34 seconds of reload time, as you can see right there. Now, there is an upgraded ATGM, which gets you a tandem charge. That's a tier 2 upgrade. That's something to get pretty quickly. This is an interesting one, because you've got your laser rangefinder and your night vision in the first tier of modifications. So those are both pretty important to get as well. But I'll be getting parts and then FPE, and then I'll go from there. I don't know if I'm going to come back up to night vision and laser rangefinder, or go straight on to the tandem charged ATGM next. I'm not sure. But one last thing for the X-ray view here, with the armor. As you can see, there's when the best armor you have is a log, you're probably should be careful about getting where enemies can see you. So it's not meant to be a tank. It's meant to protect your infantry against small arms fire and get them to some place where they can disembark and do some good. Protect them from shrapnel splinters from artillery and such. And possibly engage, fortifications and or, machine guns, enemy infantry, that sort of thing. And it has a capability to deal with tanks and helicopters, of course, because that's also something you want to protect your otherwise soft infantry from. But there you have it. It was developed from the Object 685, which has been really disappointing to me, so I hope I have more fun with the BMP-3. And without any further intro, I think we should get this thing into a battle. Okay. So I didn't know that you could bring as many ATGMs as you wanted. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I thought it was limited to 8 because that's how many it shows in the X-ray. But as you can see there at the bottom, it let me bring quite a few more than that. So yeah. So because I can demonstrate here, watch how slow the velocity is on these HE rounds. Well, the best way to show it is with the crosshairs. But anyway, the HE rounds are still extremely slow, even the higher velocity ones. But anyway. Alright. Already blasting away from over here, letting them... well, they already let them know we're coming, so much for any sort of being sneaky here. Okay, that's too much of an angle. Come on. My God, move forward. Driver loader engine and track on him. Pretty good hit. This is not a great spot. Still not looking at me though. Boy, that reload. There we go. They're taking B. We can probably do something about that. Another one down at A. Wait for next M1, just took out our TAM up in front of me. Okay. Yep, you gotta be careful with that ATGM reload. TAM was right up here. Somebody's marked right there. Can't see either one of them. Not very good gun depression, though. I don't know. I'm not sure where the guy is who killed our TAM that was over here. That's a bit of a concern to me. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Alright, we'll try and get the 30 mil gun into use here. Since I didn't use it at all last battle. Thing's moving very well up the hill for a stock tank going 21 miles an hour up a hill. I know it's a light tank technically in the game, but that's hauling. I'm catching this T-55. Makes me happy. It's nice to see a vehicle that isn't completely struggling just to get anywhere. Yeah, don't worry about those other guys coming. I think he saw me. Oh, alright. Taken out. Taken out by scouting, that works. And now we'll be leaving. Complete blind scout, and it worked. Hey, it's got neutral steer. Look at that. That's something you don't see on Soviet vehicles very often. That's quite a nice surprise. I did not expect that. Alright, we got a Vickers out here that just killed one of our guys. Probably that Vickers right there. We'll be leaving now. Woo! Thank you. Okay. Good job, T-55. Glad we got him out of there. That was a dangerous, dangerous enemy in a dangerous, dangerous place. Okay. Oh, there it is. It is a helicopter to the south, okay. You came down the wrong alley, buddy. Get out of here. Can't see it. I can't see it through all these freaking trees. Woo! I don't know how I managed to have my turret pointed at him. What are you letting me repair here? How I was lucky enough to have my ATGM pointed at him, I will never know. I gotta get to a cap. Neutral steering or not, it's going to be very difficult to repair this thing. Look at this turd. It's going to be difficult to aim this with just moving the hull, so we're trying to get back home. Trying to get to a cap to repair. Oh, my turret is turning extremely slowly. Hang on, buddy. I'm trying to get there home. Trying to get back home to hit him with an ATGM. Hold on. I'm assuming it's XM1. Would very much like to kill him. Oh, great. Why aren't we doing anything to him? Why were we not killing him with those guns? Those should have been going through his side there. That's really disappointing. Those should have been going through his side. Okay. So I bombed out that XM1 with my Tu-14. That was quite enjoyable. I'm sure he liked the string of 250s that I dropped right on top of him when I knew his tracks were broken and he couldn't get away from them. Eh. Okay. Ah! Four battles in, we finally got a victory. Hey. He got him? No, he didn't get him scouted. I was just about to say, good, he got him scouted, but he didn't. He hit him, but he didn't scout him. That's why you scout everything. Even if you think you're going to kill it. It's one thing if you come around the corner and you're face to face with an enemy and you got to react. Alright, well, I was hoping to get gun kills on the side of him, but that works. Got him scouted. He may have killed me, but I got him scouted. I was trying to take his gun barrel. If I had knocked out his gun barrel or his breech, then I would have extinguished the fire, but oh well. So, a couple of pleasant surprises in the mobility, and especially the ability to neutral steer. I did not expect that out of a Soviet vehicle. Now, it's a lighter vehicle, so that makes it a little more reasonable that it'd be able to do it. But I honestly, I can't remember if I ever tested neutral steering on the Object 685. But I don't know if the 685 can do it. This was, it was quite nice that this thing was able to do it. Now, the 30 mil cannon, the stock rounds weren't getting a lot of effect on the sides of XM1s. I didn't have a whole lot of chances to do it, but pretty good for breaking tracks still, and very good for killing helicopters, as you saw with the stock ammo, so that was nice. I didn't get a chance to go get a good in-close side shot against an XM1, like really blast them from point blank. So I assume it would go through and do a lot more damage there. I just didn't get the chance to do so. Of course, it's got scouting. Make sure you use scouting as often as you can. I tried to scout the first XM1 that I ran into in the woods in the last battle, but I hit it. I heard myself hit the spacebar in the replay, but it didn't scout him, so I don't know what happened there. It just didn't take the command. Right after I said, make sure you scout everything, and then it looked like I didn't scout that one, but I tried. And then the next one, of course, the last guy, did get him scouted, and then our team did kill him, thankfully. So, okay, well, there you have it. A quick down and dirty look at the BMP-3. I'm going to continue working on the tandem charge ATGM, but it's 11,000 RP, and I didn't want to go through enough battles today to get back to that. So I'm going to work on I got a few other vehicles to work on here, and then I'll get back to the BMP-3. I am looking forward to playing this thing more. It's a nice little 9.0, although you see an awful lot of XM1s, and they are, of course, cancerous. So, all right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and we will see you in the next new vehicle review.